Are you wondering what you can do to conquer migraines and finally have them not control your life, right? So, migraines are by far one of the most frustrating things people deal with. If you've got them, you know how impactful it is in your life, from work to relationships to family to friends. Now, one of the questions I get all the time is, how do I help people with migraines? Most people went through the medication gamut, right? So they've done Tylenol, they've done ibuprofen, they've done Excedrin migraine, they've done sumatriptan, they've then even went to Nurtec, or they've done Ubrelvy, right? They've done these different medications, and either one, they don't like the side effects, two, they just don't want meds in general, or three, they're doing the meds and they really don't care, but they just don't work. So first, I need you to understand how we actually help migraines, because it's not as simple as here is the one thing. So if we can understand what happens to cause migraines, that is where the success actually comes from. Because I had someone ask me earlier today, what do you do? And I was like, well, first I need you to understand this, and then it's going to make sense. I'm Dr. Spencer Zimmerman. I'm a nurse practitioner as well as a doctor of chiropractic, and I specialize in neurological rehab and really connecting the body as a whole unit, because the brain doesn't live in isolation. So, very first thing to understand with migraines, it's to understand that migraines is a neurological issue, right? So, this would be a neuron, how much stimulation it takes for it to fire. So, we're going to put resting, okay? We're going to put R for resting, and we're going to put F, and this is for firing threshold. So your neuron needs a certain amount of stimulation for it to activate. What happens with migraines is this threshold gets shifted up. So now it doesn't take as much stimulation for it to fire. So at the end of the day, that's where the answer lies. And you're like, huh? Wait, what? You're right. That is exactly where it lies. So if we can identify what changes this threshold, we can then reduce the amount of migraine someone has, how bad it is, how often it occurs, and how it impacts their life. So you may be wondering, well, what are things that change this threshold? Well, foods we eat can do it. Specifically, foods that drive a lot of blood sugar response. Ultra processed foods do it as well. Many people get migraines from gluten, artificial sweeteners, and things like that. So food is a big component. What else? Stress can drive migraines. What else? Sleep issues can absolutely drive migraines. So under sleep, right, that's insomnia, but also sleep apnea. Anything we have on blood sugar side, blood sugar, insulin, right? What else? Thyroid issues. What else? Hormones. What else? Iron deficiency, right? So there's a lot of different things you're starting to see that can actually contribute to migraines. And this is why so many people don't get better, is they either one, they go on the medication merry-go-round, or two, they try to avoid the medication merry-go-round and they go to the provider. It's like, oh, I treat migraines. But the thing is, they're not taking a complete approach to migraines. They're trying to make migraines one thing, right? So maybe for them, all they care about is thyroid. So they're going to make all your thyroid issues as the contributing factor for your migraines. Well, that may not be true. But you can also be a thyroid plus blood sugar plus sleep plus food person. So now you see you need to address the whole picture. So this is one side of the migraines that you need to understand. But next, these are things that impact the health of the brain. But what are other things that impact the health of the brain? Concussions, right? Concussions are a major issue. These widely go undiagnosed and untreated. So old concussions, I see it all the time, contribute to people developing migraines, right? You've got cervical spine, can do it. You even have some crazier things out there, right? Like mold can absolutely do it as well. So you're probably like, whoa, man, There are so many different things. I wouldn't even know where to start. And you're right. That's why you find a provider who understands how to look at the complete picture. Because you know what? There are those people who they go to a chiropractor, they get their cervical spine adjusted, and they're like, oh my gosh, my migraines do a million times better. Fantastic. I'm thrilled for you. But if you do that, else if you do nutrition changes and you're still not where you want to be, you've got to understand the complete picture. Once again, migraines are a neurological issue. Okay. So things that change the resting membrane potential of the neuron and make you need less stimulation to fire ultimately contributes to migraines. So all the things we talked about, these do that through inflammation, through problems with energy production utilization. And migraines, while they are an issue, there are so many things that I've done over my past 10 years in helping people that reduce the amount they're getting, the intensity, as well as how much it impacts them. So if you'd like expert help on reducing your migraines and not wanting a bunch of drugs or the other things you've tried, they're just not working, and this sounds like something you're looking for, reach out, let me know. I'm happy to help. Till next time, I'm Dr. Z.